if you can hear me, please write in the chat there where you're listening to us from, where you're hearing us from. Just send a message so that we can see you. Let me just congratulate you for taking the time to come to this session to learn so that you can influence your own health and the health of the people around you. So if you can hear me, please type in the chat. I see you from Botswana, I think. I see you, Ruth. You can just share where you're hearing us from. There's someone from France. That's amazing. Loud and clear. All right. Thank you so much. You have a minute. Let me just encourage you to remind a friend, remind someone that you told them about this meeting, but probably they're not yet here. Tell them we have started, because you don't want them to miss anything of what we are going to share today. And let me just tell you, there is a lot that I've planned for you, but also we're going to hear from an amazing lady who is with us here today, who is going to share with us her own personal story. So for sure, you're going to be impacted a lot. So my name's Elizabeth Riwasalema. I'm going to be your main host for the day. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. And I appreciate all of you from all over Africa and even out of Africa. So I'm a professionally, I'm a medical doctor, but I'm going to speak with you here based on my own experience as a doctor, but also my own experience as a woman who faced challenges when it comes to women's health. And I faced them and I was able to go to the other side. So I count it as a blessing and I count it as a responsibility to share with other women what we can do more, what we can do to be more in charge of our own health. Because at the end of the day, it's not a responsibility of your doctor. It's not a responsibility of anybody else. It's not even God's responsibility, taking care of your health. It is your own responsibility, because we have been given choices, we have been given free will, but what we do with that matters a lot. If we ignore our responsibility and just leave it to the doctor, there's a lot that we will not be able to do with our health. There's a lot that will be failing when it comes to taking care of our bodies. So ladies, we are going to have a deep dive into women health. And when I speak of women health, I love to start by just mentioning and reminding each other what health is and what health is not. They say health is not just an absence of disease. It's not just that you have any diagnosis. The doctor did not tell you you have any disease. That means you're healthy. No, it may not mean you're healthy. Healthy comes from a word whole, and whole means every part of your being at the optimal functioning in every part of yourself, from physically, from mentally, emotionally, spiritually. How you feel. It's not just about your body having a named disease, but how do you feel physically? Do you feel tired all the time? How is your immunity? How is your mental health? Are you sharp? Can your brain function at its top optimal functioning? Can your emotions function at their top optimal functioning? If any of that area is not healthy, it means you are not healthy. So they say that is when health is. It means your health can change every single day, every single moment of your day. So it's something that we have to be very close to. We have to look at it very closely and make sure that we are giving ourselves the opportunity to get back to health. Even if whatever has happened that caused you to get out of health, you can quickly get back your body to the optimal functioning. Now, myself as a doctor, when I was in my third year of medical school, I was diagnosed. I had a diagnosis of something that the doctor said, we have no cure in the hospital. Again, most of the time we leave the health responsibility to our doctors, but at the end of the day, they don't have all the answers. So by me sharing with you what I'm sharing here today is what actually helped me to get out of my challenge. And I'm going to share with you more about that challenge, to get out of it and embrace a healthier body that I think I'm so thankful to God for today. So we live in a world that has changed dramatically. You cannot say my grandmother wasn't talking about these things, wasn't using these things that I'm going to share here, and they didn't have any health challenge. Why should I use them? Now, we live in a world that is so different from our parents, our grandparents, and all those people who came before us. And we cannot expect to do what they did and live the same way, because they didn't face what we are facing today. They didn't face the health challenges we are facing today. They didn't eat what we eat today. They were not living in a world that is as polluted as our world today. They were not even eating foods that are filled with chemicals that we are eating right now. So that is why as we are speaking, yes, there was a time in Africa where communicable diseases were taking the lead in removing people out of this world. But right now, that is definitely not the case. Non-communicable diseases are leading causes of death in the world. And we say 7 out of 10 people who die, they die from non-communicable diseases. Things that are not transmitted from one person to another, things that are just based on our lifestyles, what we do, what we don't do when it comes to taking care of our bodies. Now, when I speak of these non-communicable diseases, I'm speaking of cardiovascular diseases, which actually take over 50% of these non-communicable disease deaths. Now, imagine, and I'm sure you can relate because there's a lot of people around you probably that you know who already have those issues, or probably they have already died because of these issues that I'm talking about. We have respiratory diseases, cancers, a lot of variety of cancers for women, especially breast cancer, cervical cancer, and a lot others. Diabetes. And one that is causing a very big lead is coming very fast up in the lead of non-communicable disease deaths is mental health conditions. You will not imagine that your mental health could go to the extent of being able to kill you. But yes, that is the world we are living in. A world where we expect about 2 people every second to die from non-communicable diseases, mainly because of those 5 diseases that are shown there on the screen. So you cannot be casual about taking care of your health because you're not living in a casual world. You're living in a world which you need to be vibrant. You need to take the lead when it comes to taking care of your health. And I'll start with talking about mental health because this is an area which we ignore a lot, and especially for women. What is mental health? What is a mental illness? It's just when your mind or your mental health is not functioning in the way that it's supposed to function. And that could be seen in the way that you think. It could be that you are thinking too negative all the time. That could be affecting your mental health. That could be a sign that your mental health is affected. And also how you feel. Do you feel sad most of the time? Do you feel like you can't do things? Do you feel overwhelmed with everything that is happening around you? That has something to tell about your mental health. What about what you do? How do you behave? Do you behave normally? Or do you behave erratically? And sometimes we justify these behaviors because most people are doing it, or most people are behaving the same way. But that does not negate from the fact that it could be a mental illness that most of this generation are facing because of a lot of issues. And when you talk about African culture, when we speak of mental health, and it's not just in Nigeria, that statistic that shows 40% of people believe that mental illness is just because of supernatural causes. They don't take it as a medical issue. They don't take it as something that needs to be handled when it comes to your health. That they take it as you have been punished by God, or probably you have evil spirits and we need to get them out. Yes, I'm not negating that those things are there, but most of it is just diseases. Most of it is malfunctioning of your body and the way that your mind, you're not taking care of it well. That is why it can go in a different way of working and cause it not to function normally. And you know, everything we do starts from our minds. Now, if our mental health is not okay, you cannot embrace a good life. You cannot even be productive in your business, in your work, in whatever that you're doing. You cannot be good in your family because your mental health is not on point. So guys, this is an area that affects a lot of women, and actually so much more than men. Our risk of getting depression is twice as likely as men. When you talk of anxiety, when you talk of post-traumatic disorders, of course, we go through a lot of stress and a lot of trauma. But at the end of the day, that trauma stays with us more as women than as men. You see, when you look at the statistics of people who are committing suicide, 2 times more for women than in men. So guys, we cannot ignore the fact that your mental health should be your priority. The way that you are taking care of yourself, you should include how are you taking care of your mental health? Because as women, we have a lot on our plate. And all these things could be clouding your mind without you even knowing it. And you could be just assuming that you're okay. But at the end of the day, all the responsibilities around you, caring for your children if you have children, and you have your husband, probably they also have their own needs. Your relationship, even if they're not your husband, again, there's a lot of things that you need to do for them. And something about women, when we don't do well these tasks that are expected to be the task for women, like caring for your children, caring for your husband, your family, making sure your house is clean, making sure that you are able to provide. When all these things don't happen the way they're expected to, we are actually the ones who get the biggest blame. And that can keep a very big toll on your mental health. And when you speak of mental health as well, even if you're not getting you're not very productive in your work, you're not earning the money that you need to earn, you're not living the life that you need to live, again, that will affect your health, your mental health, the way you feel about yourself, the way you think about yourself, and your behavior. It could very much be affected because of all of these things. Now, let me not even mention, when you go to this next level of social media usage, this is actually, it has caused all of this to be extra magnified. The effect of your mental health has gone magnified because of social media. And you may not even see, you may not even know that you're in a problem, because it's something everybody's doing. Everybody's on the phone all the time. When you're looking at the phone, you're looking at people's relationships. You're judging your own relationship based on what you see, which probably sometimes is a lie. And you're causing it to cause you to feel bad, to cause you to think that you're not worthy of whatever other people are getting. So if social media is distracting you from your work, is distracting you from your business, that is an addiction, my ladies. If it's you use it as a way to escape feeling bad, when you feel bad, you just take your phone and you go somewhere and you just lose yourself there. That is not a healthy relationship with social media. If you have people there who are bullying you, or people who are like trolling you on social media, again, that can have a big toll. If you don't have close relationship outside of social media, and you are replacing them with just those likes and comments and everything that online, and your close relationships are not intact, your mental health will suffer. So most of the time, especially as women, we get anxiety, you get depressed because you're comparing yourself with other people. You're looking too much, you're spending too much time on social media. You're not living your real life. And at the end of the day, that will cause your productivity to go low, your mental health to be damaged, and you'll be wondering, why am I not feeling my best? Why am I not operating in my best? So when you speak of your health in general, physical health is important, mental health is important, but as well, just as well, your mental health can affect your physical health. There is a very big connection. You cannot say, I'm just caring about my body physically, but I'm not caring about my mental health. Again, all chronic diseases, they start from mental health issues as well. You see, you increase your risk of chronic diseases, non-communicable diseases, just when you don't take care of your health. Your weight gain, you can very easily gain weight and be difficult to lose weight. We have people who are getting digestive problem issues like constipation, diarrhea, just because of your mental health. You won't be able to sleep well, acne, that will not be going away just because your mental health is not on point. So my ladies, don't ignore your mental health. Now, after that, we can go and talk about the reproductive health, which is something most of us equate with women health. Like when you speak of women health, you're talking of your reproductive health as well. So when it comes to reproductive health, from the moment that you are told, like, you have become a full woman, you have started ovulation, your ovulation and menstruation, how is your health like? How is your reproductive health like? For most people, they say they're so much used to getting painful period all the time. Some, they don't get regular periods. I remember for my case, I remember from the moment I got my periods, they were not that regular. I never used to experience regular periods, how they are like. So it was very severe when I was in my third year of medical school. And I remember clearly, I never used to wear white on the lower part of my body. Like I never used to wear white skirt or white trousers, because I used to get very irregular periods, sometimes too much, sometimes too little. Sometimes I wouldn't get anything for 6 months. Sometimes I get continuously for 3 weeks. You could be hearing me now and that is your case, or probably someone that you know. Now, that is a very common issue that happens when you have also hormonal imbalances. But we also have premenstrual syndrome, that you're getting headaches, tired all the time during or before, a few days before your periods. We have people who are just juggling medications because of UTIs, from young girls to even elderly women. Now, all these are issues that we're supposed to handle and tackle as women. When you talk of sexual health as well, we have a lot of issues happening with women's sexual health, because most of them, they complain, I don't have interest, I don't have any libido, it's not easy for me to be aroused. I don't remember enjoying that intercourse. And there was a lady I spoke to just about last week who was complaining to me that, you know what, I make a lot of money, I'm doing my business and it's going well, but I don't see myself enjoying life. My relationship is suffering because I'm not enjoying intercourse. Now, this is a very special part of your life as a woman, especially if you are in a committed relationship, you're married, you need to enjoy this area. And if you have pain, if you have dryness, vaginal dryness, and it's causing issues, sometimes you have tumors or cysts, they can cause a lot of pain and you won't enjoy that part of your life. But there is solutions to all of these things. Now, when you speak of another very common issue for women health is hormonal imbalance. And most of the time, for most people, they choose to ignore it because these symptoms are very vague. It's so easy to ignore a slight headache. You don't have libido, your moods are all over the place. You have night sweats. Sometimes you're craving too much fatty or carbohydrate foods. You have acne that doesn't go away, even with an amazing skincare routine, or you can't sleep well. Sometimes you gain weight easily, or you're too tired most of the time. Now, these vague symptoms could mean you have hormonal imbalance. That's why sometimes it's important to check frequently. Go do a checkup, or sometimes just control your hormones, and then you'll see these symptoms disappear, and you'll understand what it feels like to have a complete balance when it comes to your hormone health. Now, hormonal imbalance is very common because there's a lot of things that can cause havoc in your hormonal balance in your body. And your hormones, we can say they're those tiny, tiny ingredients that cause your body to function the way that it's supposed to function at its optimal functioning. Now, when you don't eat the right things and you eat a lot of the bad things, it means those processed foods, too much sugar, too much fats, insecticides, and all those chemicals from the things we even apply on our skins, they can cause hormonal imbalances, because most of these things, they mimic hormones. When they get in your body, they look like hormones and they cause your body to think, I have imbalances already. So it's very easy to get into imbalance because of that. Now, also we have issues. Probably you have a disease or a condition, or you're probably on certain drugs that could cause hormonal imbalances. Now, we need to control hormonal imbalance because it's a number one risk factor for your breast cancer. Now, if you don't control hormonal imbalance, you're increasing your breast cancer risk by up to 97%. That is a very big risk, very big percent. So it's not really something to ignore. So I remember back then when I had hormonal imbalance, the main issue was just that I did not have this knowledge, actually, was just that I wanted my periods to be normal. That is why I wanted to solve that challenge. But at the end of the day, it's protective for your breast cancer risk factors. Now, we also have fibroids, which is very common for women, common issue that is happening to up to 80% of women before they're aged 50. And I'm sure you're listening to me here and you're under 50, and probably you know someone who has had a fibroid, or probably you're one of the people who has had a fibroid in your life. Now, they could range from all shapes and sizes. Sometimes they could even look like you have a pregnancy. Now, all these things, it's so easy to go and just get an operation and remove it. But at the end of the day, are you dealing with the root cause? If you're not dealing with the root cause, it's so easy for it to come again in a few months. You'll be surprised it's two of them. It's no longer just the one that you removed. Now, we need to make sure that even if you're at the stage where you need it to be removed, make sure you go to the root cause. Make sure you're handling your body and helping your body to not get into this kind of inflammation again by using the right, by giving your body the right care. Now, we also have cysts that can happen in the ovaries for women. It could be one single cyst. Sometimes it could be multiples. And this is the issue that I personally had when I was in my third year of medical school. I was diagnosed with PCOS. If you have never heard about it, it's a very common problem actually for women. It happens to in 1 out of 10 women. And it's one of the leading causes of infertility for women. And for my case, I remember my professor telling me it will be very difficult for you to conceive because of this, because your ovaries are not ovulating. That is why we have cysts that are happening and remaining in your ovaries, because they're not going through the whole process until maturity. Now, when this happens and you're not ovulating, most of the time you'll have very irregular periods, and most of the time you will fail to conceive. And for my case as well, 4.5 years in marriage, I never conceived even once. So it was clear that I had the typical cyst. And again, in the ultrasound, I did an ultrasound and it showed perfect the cyst, as you can see in this picture here. Now, if you know someone who has this issue, again, it has no cure medically, but it matters how you eat, what you give your body, what nutrition you give your body. It can be able to heal itself. I'm speaking to you as a mom of 3, so I can tell you I was able to reverse my body, and I thank God for that because of the great knowledge that I got that I'm going to share with you here today. Now, as women as well, as we continue to grow in our lives, we can go through these issues again. PID is another very common issue happening for women because, of course, you can have one partner, but they could have multiple partners. So when that happens, you could have an infection, an STD, or any other kind of infection, and the bacteria could have not been, probably all of them died after you have taken some medication, because for most people, they don't even complete their medication. They're given by the doctor, use it for 5 days, they use for 3 days, I feel better, I stop using the medication. When that happens, it means some bacteria could find way and start going up your reproductive system. When they go up, they can cause what we call pelvic inflammatory disease. It means overall inflammation in your various organs in your reproductive system. And they could even produce pus. And that could come out of your reproductive system as greenish discharge, sometimes brownish discharge. You could be facing some pain. For some people, they don't even have any pain. And the first symptom they get is a symptom of infertility because of an effect of underlying PID that they used to have in the past. So if you get any of these symptoms, even if it's not all, it means they could be some underlying PID in your system, which you need to correct before it goes to severe issues or severe complications like infertility or blockage of the fallopian tubes, which is happening a lot even for other women as well. So PID is a very common thing for women, but it's something that we need to be tackling when it comes to our health. And let me just remind you, all these issues as well, yes, there's a factor for the doctor to do, but there's a factor for you and your nutrition to do so that you can be able to heal your body. We go through menopause. All of us will go through the menopausal period in our life. And for most people, it starts even 10 years before the cessation of your periods. And you could have miserable life. You could be living miserably for all those years just because you have irregular periods. You are tired all the time, you are moody all the time, you are dry. Vaginal dryness is one of the main issues that happens around menopausal period, and a lot of other issues. Most women complain memory loss, muscle pain, hot flashes. I get heat flashes all the time, even when you're in a place that is cold, but you can get those issues. Now, we want you to enjoy your life. At the end of the day, we are not just here to prolong our lives. We are not just here to learn how we can prolong our lives, but to make sure that in those years where we are living, we are maximizing on our health. We can be the best women we can be in our lives, for our families, for the people around us, and for everything that God has given us to do. Now, when you speak of all these issues that we're talking about, you cannot forget about the weight issues for women, or obesity and overweight. Now, this is an issue, and I'm not speaking about it as a body shaming thing or anything of that sort. And with this body shaming era, most people just ignore talking about obesity or overweight. But I cannot do that because I need to speak about it, because I know it's one of the biggest risk factors for you to get non-communicable diseases. Now, we are not speaking so that you lose weight and look good. No. When you lose weight, you're just reducing your risk of these diseases. It's not about looking good. You can look good no matter the size you choose to be. But at the end of the day, what about reducing your risk of diabetes? What about reducing your risk of cancers and all those joint issues, not being able to sleep, not being able to perform the best way you can perform? Now, when you lose weight, and that is why we are looking at your BMI and your body circumference, your belly circumference. Now, your belly circumference is one of the biggest markers for your nutrition. You could have a few kilos, but at the end of the day, when you measure your belly, it's more than 32 inches. You need to lose weight. No matter the kilos that you have, you need to work on that visceral fat, because this visceral fat is the one that increases the risk for diabetes, cancers, and all those other issues. Now, what can we do to be able to handle all these challenges? All these challenges are happening in our bodies for reasons, because of valid reasons of the world that we are living in. The main challenges being the two. First of all, we don't get enough nutrition. We don't get proper nutrition in our diet. At the same time, we are bombarded with toxic overload. We are living in a world that is too toxic because of a lot of reasons. When you speak of the air you're breathing right now, it's already polluted, because imagine just a few years ago, and now how many new cars are being bought, how many new cars are moving around. It means all that air we are breathing, all the industries that are being built close to the people's living areas, we are breathing in all of those things. The personal care, skincare products, the chemicals we eat in our foods, even in the vegetables, because they have pesticides, insecticides that end up on our plate and we eat that. What about the chicken we are buying on a large scale, on a commercial scale, which are fed with hormones, they're fed with antibiotics? All of that end in our bodies. We eat processed foods from supermarkets. The negative emotions and the stress that we are all under, all of that is causing what we call free radical damage in your system. And the free radicals are the ones that go to destroy your normal healthy cells that are supposed to be there, vibrant, causing you to feel energetic and strong, and every part of your body is functioning normally. Now, this free radical damage is happening all around as I'm speaking. Because when you cut open an apple, the same process that happens to the apple and starts changing color is what is happening to your body every minute of you sitting there. Now, it's happening to your body cells. And it's the thing that is causing premature aging and diseases. And when I speak of diseases, I'm talking non-communicable diseases. I'm talking lower immunity, because all of these things, it's cells in your system being destroyed more than they're being created. Now, how are you helping your body to handle that? How are you helping your body to get rid of this damage that is already in our system, already coming in our bodies from multiple sources? Now, we get toxins from all sorts of places, but most of the time when they get into your system, your body is already having that native detoxification mechanism using your liver. Now, your liver is supposed to function optimally, but imagine you're already taking alcohol, you have reduced your functioning of your liver, you are already probably overweight and obese. It means your liver probably is surrounded with fat and it's no longer functioning normally. But of course, there's a lot more that you're putting in your system, more than your natural ability to detox, your liver's ability to detox. So the excess will not just move around in your blood, it will be stored in different areas in your body, in your fat cells, in your brain, in your joints, in your blood, in your tissues, muscles. Sometimes you feel like my immunity is low, or probably you have muscle pains, fatigue all the time. You cannot concentrate. You are depressed. You have diarrhea, constipation. All these could be signs that you just need to help your body detox. You just need to help your body eliminate itself. Now, again, on this part of elimination through your colon, we have people who tell me, I don't pass stool every day. And they're actually surprised that there are people who pass stool 2 times, 3 times a day. Ladies in the house, if you don't pass stool every day, at least once, and you're eating 2 times, 3 times, even more than 3 times a day, where is that food going? It means we have a lot of overload of toxins, and your gut can carry a lot of that. You'll be still okay. You'll be going to work and coming back, but you are carrying with yourself a lot of toxins in your system. And that could be causing issues from your gut health, your immunity, your hormones. They will never be normal. They will not be in optimal functioning. So to help your body, make sure you're drinking enough water, because your body needs water to get rid of these toxins. Make sure you're sleeping enough, because when you sleep, again, your body's ability to detox increases. And when you sleep, you are able to even boost your metabolism, to even lose weight easily, to increase your sexual drive as a woman, and to reduce your cravings. Make sure you are exercising, because when you exercise as well, you are helping your body get rid of toxins. At the same time, your mental health will be better, your physical health will be better, and especially when it comes to getting rid of these non-communicable diseases. Not just for weight loss. Don't just exercise for weight loss. Exercise because you know you're reducing your cancer risk, you're reducing your cardiovascular diseases risk, your mental health issues risk, and improving your overall well-being. And the good thing about this is, when you do well one thing, it helps you in the other thing. When you exercise well, you will sleep better, your mental health will be better, your physical health, your decision making will be better, and you'll have an overall healthier well-being. For women, one of the things that we are very easily addicted to is sugar. We take a lot of sugar and sometimes we relate it with feeling good. When someone makes you feel bad about anything, you take sugar, you take a chocolate, you take ice cream, a big bowl of ice cream. Now, what that does to your system, it feeds on that addiction. And at the same time, all of those parts you're looking at on the screen, they get affected by too much sugar intake. Now, sugar, I don't just mean sugar as real modified sugar. I'm even talking about high carb diet. When you're taking too much carbohydrates as well, they get to your system and they're translated as sugar. So when it goes to your liver, again, you get fatty liver. When it goes to your skin, you get inflammation and acne. In your brain, you get it sluggish, and the crash that follows after that. Now in your kidneys, everything gets affected when you handle your body with too much sugar, when it comes to how you eat, what you eat, and what are your choices. So this is how you should be transforming the way you eat. This is how WHO is recommending you should be plating your food. Half of it should be vegetables and a bit of fruit. Most of the time we eat more fruits than vegetables. Now, half of your plate should be vegetables because they have a lot of antioxidants that you need to help your body get rid of the free radical damage that we're talking about, that our bodies are exposed to. You need starch only quarter of a plate and protein a quarter of a plate. It should be a healthy protein, whether it's boiled or it's grilled. But avoid frying. Reduce the amount of times that you eat fried things. So these are just some tips that you can do to make sure that your body is functioning at its optimal functioning. But remember, your body has that natural ability to heal itself, but it needs the right nutrition to do that. Most of the time, why we face health issues, it's because we are eating just to be full. We are not eating to fuel our bodies. We are not eating to give nutrition to our body that will help our bodies to function in optimal functioning. And that is why most of your eating decisions are based on how the food looks like, how it tastes like, and not the nutritional value of that food. Now, when you remember this quote, it will help you remember that you should be thinking more about nutritional value than the taste, than the looks of that food, and whatever other factors. Now, if we are to heal our bodies based on nutrition, it means we need to be looking at exactly what we are getting from the food that we are eating. When you're eating your fruits and vegetables, yes, you have done as the WHO recommends, and half of your plate is full of vegetables. Where are they coming from? Do you know the state of the land that they've been planted in? Our land has become less and less nutritious with every passing day. Why do you think a person who is probably already eating vegetables can still go to the hospital and they tell them, you are deficient of magnesium, you don't have enough zinc? It's because those nutrients are already left from the ground. Remember, let me just give an example from Tanzania, but whatever country you're listening to me from, you will relate. 20 years ago and today, our population has doubled from 30 million to 60 million people. The land is the same. The people who are producing land are most likely the same as well. So imagine how much more did they need to produce the food to feed twice the number of people from the same amount of land. So it means that land has been overworked and it's not as nutritious as it once was. So at the end of the day, we may not be getting enough even from the fruits and vegetables that we are eating. But most of the time, we are overfed and undernourished. We eat more of what we shouldn't be eating, and it's not as full of nutrients as we need it to be, because probably it's fast food, or probably it's overcooked, or it took a long time to get to where you are eating it at, and it has lost a lot of nutrients on the way. Most of the time we eat foods that are already processed. In the processing factor, it means vitamins are being removed, phytonutrients and phytochemicals have been removed. So at the end of the day, you just eat to be full. There's nothing much there that you're getting when it comes to nutrition. And another big issue is we have nutritional gaps in our diet based on what we tolerate or what we don't tolerate. There are some people who say, I can't tolerate milk, I can't take milk, or I just don't like eggs. Or probably for some women, they're around menopausal area and they're eating like anybody else in the family, while they have extra needs when it comes to calcium they need. When it comes to someone who is growing, probably a young child whose brain is developing, they need extra omega-3, but all of them in the family are eating the same food. It means there is a lot of gaps in your diet, probably based on what you don't eat or what your body cannot tolerate. Now, all of these issues are causing it to be very important for you to be thinking of supplementing. And that is why in this generation, supplementing is something even doctors and professors are recommending. But the most important thing that you should be keen about is, yes, the global supplementation market has grown tremendously. That is why you need to be extra careful as well. Where are you getting your supplements from? I wouldn't recommend anybody just walking to any store, look at a supplement, you see that they're selling vitamin C, just buy it and start using. No. And there's research that has been done to a lot of companies that are not natural supplementing companies. They're not core supplementation companies who don't have the nutrients they're saying they have in their supplements. And some of them even have other things that are not supposed to be there. So you have to be very picky when it comes to which company, which brand do you associate yourself with when it comes to supplementation. And I'm going to recommend you to this amazing company that I've partnered with for over 14 years now as I speak. And it has been in the industry for over 46 years. Ladies in the house, I'm sure most of you are not even 46 years of age. It has been there long before you were born. And all those years, they have continued to perfect the same thing. So you can 100% rely on them as a company that cares about naturalness of the product, that cares about exactly what goes into the supplements and the best quality when it comes to supplementation. And that is why we have been able to get international quality approvals. I'm speaking to you from Tanzania, but our company is all over 168 countries, 168 countries all over the world. Guys, that is a lot. It's almost everywhere. And all those countries, they have looked at their local data, like their local agencies, like for Tanzania, TFDA, any country's Food and Drug Authority have looked into these products and have given them approval. So you can trust the quality of our products. And I've been to the production areas, production centers, and you see that, how extra careful and serious they are to make sure they only use the top ingredients. They give back a lot of ingredients from companies that bring to them. And most companies just receive them and they use them on their products. And that is why I'm telling you, be very picky when it comes to which company you want to associate with when it comes to the nutritional supplements that you need to be taking. Now, when we speak of Forever Living products and when we speak of women health in particular, there's a couple of products that I want to introduce you to. Supplements that I know are going to be game changers for your own health, that are going to touch all the major key areas that we have been speaking about. And before I even go there, let me just remind you guys, these are not drugs. We are not doctors. Yes, professionally, I'm a doctor, but we are not doctors. The person who introduced you to this session is not a doctor. And our products are not meant to cure anything. But remember the words I told you, that your body has that natural ability to heal itself, but it needs raw materials. Your proper nutrition is the raw material that will help your body heal itself. Where are you giving it the raw materials from? So you can be able to correct. You'll see stories of people who have reversed their diseases. They have been able to reverse their conditions, not because these products are drugs, but because they were able to give their bodies the ability to heal themselves. Now, when it comes to healing your body and healing your system, no matter what you have, no matter issues you have, from mental health to physical health, reproductive health, you can be able to get benefits when you start with your gut. A lot of benefits when you start with your gut, because it has been said for years and years on end that death begins in a clogged colon. And again, even the reverse is true. Health begins in your colon. If you want to heal your body, you must start by healing your colon. If you want to get diseases, ignore your colon health. And that is why even most people, just when you cleanse your colon, just when you get rid of this toxic overload that is clogging up in your colon, you can be able to enjoy very good health, even if other things are not changed. And that is why this is the first product I'm going to talk about, aloe vera gel, that does the work first in your digestive system, in your gut health. When you speak of your colon health, most of the time we are born, we are created that way in our systems. But when you start eating irregular foods, we are not eating enough vegetables, we are eating too much processed food, too much meat as well as Africans. It means our gut health starts to suffer. We don't digest food enough as we're supposed to. We don't absorb the food enough. We don't pass the stool the way it's supposed to. We have people who don't pass stool every day. We have people who don't pass stool even in 3 days. We have people who are facing chronic constipation, meaning they're passing stool even once in a week. I know a lady who used to pass stool once in 3 weeks. You know, we can be looking so posh on the outside, but if there were mirrors that go inside your gut and see what is happening in there, you could be shocked. Now, the first thing you need to be looking at is how you can clean your gut health, because these issues, they cannot help your body heal. You will never heal if you don't clean your colon. You will not heal completely if you don't start with your gut. Now, drinking this aloe vera gel drink, the first benefit it will give you is in your gut health. You will cleanse your system. You will get rid of those toxins and just the dirt that was supposed to go last week, but you didn't go to the toilet. So all that clogging in your digestive system will go away. We have people who have too much acid. The aloe vera gel will help you. Too much gas in your gut. Probably some do not digest their food well, or probably you have intolerances to certain kinds of food. Start taking aloe vera gel. You will notice dramatic changes in your gut health. But also bloating. We have people who get bloating all the time. Your tummy is like full all the time. When you eat certain kinds of food, it gets full and it remains full all the time. Now start taking aloe vera gel. It will help you heal your gut. And at the same time, when you heal your gut, your immune system will be healed dramatically, because 70%, over 70% actually, of your immune system cells are residing in your gut. Now, when you do that, when you heal your gut, your immune system will be good. Your skin will glow. You will be shining from the outside in. But of course, even your immunity, even your just general ability of your body to fight diseases will be improved as well. Your toxins in your general system as well will be removed. So if you can speak of any detox drink, the most recommended one is the aloe vera gel. We also have a variety called berry nectar, which has cranberries added to it. It has aloe vera, but it also has cranberries added to it. Now, because it has cranberries, it has extra benefit, especially for women. When it comes to reducing inflammation, we have spoken about cysts, tumors, and things like that. You need a drink that can help your body reduce inflammation drastically. Now, cranberries have been shown to be very good at reducing inflammation, very good at being antioxidants to your system. So here you get aloe vera, you get cranberries, which also will reduce your risk of getting UTIs. So for people who get recurrent UTI and you're using antibiotic all the time, start using cranberries, from aloe berry nectar, and it will definitely change the way your body behaves. So this berry nectar as well, highly, highly recommended. Now, we can't speak about our health without speaking about cleansing. Now, nutritional cleansing program is what you do, the same thing that when you are treating your car, you would take it to servicing. You will take it to your car dealer and they will do service to it so that it will perform in its optimal functioning. Now, if you don't cleanse your system, it means you're not allowing it to perform in its optimal functioning. And that is why this is something we recommend at least once or twice a year. Do it, even if you don't need to lose weight. Do it because you need to cleanse your system. Do it because you're bombarded. Your body is bombarded with a lot of toxins every single day, and you need to take care of it frequently. You need to detox your body frequently, and this cleansing program can help you dramatically in doing that. Now, when it comes to weight loss, you can also use it as a first step to your weight loss goal. C9 is a 9-day program. It comes with a step-by-step guide, how you should eat, how you should exercise, what supplements you should be taking to boost your metabolism, to reduce your appetite and increase your body's ability to use the fats that are already stored in your system. Now, with the C9 program, within 9 days, we see people losing from 3 to 6 kilos, even more than that. But most importantly, that is your first steps to losing weight significantly, even after that. And for someone who has a bigger goal to lose probably over 10 kilos, 20 kilos, then you need to supplement it or to complement it with the F15 program, which is your second step in your weight loss program. Now, we have multiple hundreds of testimonies of people who have changed their health using the C9 and the F15. I'll just show you a few. You see Zawadi there, who actually was suffering with infertility at the time, and she used the C9 and F15, was able to transform her looks, but also she was able to overcome infertility and conceive her daughter. We have Veronica, a mom of 2 and now a mom of 3. At the time, she was a mom of 2, and she was able to transform her body drastically. When you look at her, you'll be surprised that she's a mom of 2. But at the time, as you're looking at her there. Now, we see a lot of women in Africa, in our culture, after we conceive, after we have given birth, we forget about our bodies, or we are comforted by saying, everybody looks like this in our culture, so it's very okay. But at the end of the day, in the same culture, we see people dying because of non-communicable diseases, cardiovascular health issues. So why don't you just go extra mile to give your health a chance, a fighting chance, by reducing the one core or very vital risk factor for non-communicable diseases, and that is your weight. Rafia there you're looking at, we call her Fit Mama. She's a mom of 2, and she has been able to transform her looks drastically with our programs. We see another amazing lady from Nairobi who has been able to transform her looks from over 96 kilos to 78 by using the C9 and the F15 program. Myself, I've been able to transform my looks multiple times, actually, from my first pregnancy, the second pregnancy. All of them have been able to get back on track. And just recently, after my second pregnancy, after my third pregnancy, I went up to 78 kilos. And as I'm speaking right now, I'm 66 kilos. And my overall optimal health, I'm supposed to be at 65. So I have that 1 extra kilo that I'm working on. So I'm encouraging you guys, no matter where you are or how far you are from your goal, you can get to it. And with our programs, with our supplements, we can be able to help you tick your goal, because a lot of other women who have been in your situation are doing it. It means you can also do it as well. But also losing weight, using the C9, cleansing your body is also vital for your reproductive health as well, because we have people who probably never had normal periods, but after using the C9, now they're experiencing normal periods. Some were even failing to conceive, but after they cleansed their system, they're able to put their hormones back in order, and they conceived. So sometimes all your body needs is a cleanse, or is a way to regulate itself and get back to its optimal functioning. Now, apart from the C9 and the cleansing that I've spoken about, we have these products that we call Vital 5. It's 5 products that are vital. Even if you have nothing that is an issue with you, you are very okay, and you would say you have the most optimal health functioning ever. These are still supplements that I would recommend you use them, because they're very vital in every key area of your nutrition, every key area of the problems that we spoke about. Now, we have spoken about the aloe vera gel. In your Vital 5, you'll get 4 of the aloe vera gel. You'll get 1 RG, 1 probiotic, 1 Actic C, and 1 Forever Daily. This Vital 5, guys, I can tell you every family needs to be using. You know, we as women, we are the heads of our families when it comes to helping them be healthy, when it comes to helping them make healthier choices. You are the head of that. Now, if you embrace this, it means even your family, your husband, your spouse, your whoever, significant other, or your children, they'll start to use these products. And for sure, their health will be improving every single day. I'll speak about them quickly. What are the benefits of each of them before our time runs out? So the first I'll speak about is probiotic. Now, you go out there to Google and start Googling what important supplementation I need to be taking if I just want to have optimal functioning. And you will see probiotic popping up, because a probiotic is some of those core supplements that we are recommended to be taking. Why? Because again, it touches your digestive health. And your gut health is the one that touches every other part of your body. So probiotics are the good bacteria that allows your system to be relaxed, allows your inflammation to be intact, your gut health to be on point. Because most of the time we don't eat well, we eat a lot of processed foods. They destroy the good environment for the good bacteria to grow. So at the end of the day, we have an overgrowth of the bad bacteria and very little of the good ones. When you take a probiotic, it means you're giving your body the good bacteria, giving your body a fighting chance, because at the end of the day, your immunity will be strong when your good bacteria are enough, because then they can fight the bad bacteria, not just for your gut, but also for people who are getting recurrent UTI, for people who are getting vaginal itching, like you get itching all the time, you're uncomfortable. Use probiotic. Those are fungal infections which are rampant because your immunity is low. Use probiotic. As well, if you have acne that doesn't go away, your skin is facing a lot of issues, use probiotic. It will improve even your skin health. Now, probiotic is one of those core supplements. And then we go to the other one, which is a core supplement. It has everything to do with your cardiovascular system health. Now, I just wanted to show you this because most of the time we are so afraid of cancers, but we are not as afraid of our cardiovascular system health, or we are not taking care of them enough. Now, but cardiovascular diseases are causing deaths, 1 in 3 deaths in women. But cancer, breast cancer, 1 in 30 people. So you're more likely to die because of a cardiovascular disease than you are to die because of breast cancer. Now, how are you taking care of your cardiovascular health? How are you making sure that your blood, your vessels are all functioning, your heart is functioning at its optimal level? That is what brings me to this very premium, very vital supplement that we have in Forever. Why do I call it premium and vital? Because the doctor who spoke about the need of us getting arginine, this protein called arginine in our diet, that research was awarded Nobel Prize. And you know, that is like the epitome of recognition in the world. Now, Nobel Prize winning research tells you you should be using arginine. Now, in Forever, we have this RG Plus that allows your blood vessels to relax so that blood can flow smoothly to every part of your body. And that is why RG has a lot of benefit, from your blood pressure balance, your overall cardiovascular health, your immunity, your muscles. For someone who is active, your muscle recovery will be faster, and also you'll be more energetic to doing more, to being more active. And that is why even for men, this is a very vital supplement they love, because it's also very vital for male sexual function and just giving people energy. If you do exercises, this is something that will allow you to do more when it comes to exercises, when it comes to male sexual function as well. So don't use it alone. Give your spouse as well. Give your significant other. They use it, again, you will be able to enjoy a better sexual health for both of you. And also it helps you in anti-aging benefits. When it comes to anti-aging benefits, as women, we want to look good, we want to continue being young and vibrant. You need this protein because it has those benefits for your health. It is a very strong antioxidant drink, and it's very easy to use. You can mix it with your aloe vera gel, you can mix it with water in the morning and drink it just once a day. Very convenient. For someone who doesn't like tablets, you just mix it with water and drink. So very easy to use, very convenient, tastes amazing, but most importantly, it has tons of benefit. It will protect your heart, protect your blood vessels, and help your general cardiovascular health to be on point. Now, another important one for your cardiovascular health, but also for your brain health, for your hormones, for PMS and other issues like that, is omega-3s. And we get our omega-3s from this amazing supplement called Forever Arctic Sea, which is very special because they don't just pick any fish. They get only the fish from the Arctic Sea, where it's very unpolluted, the calmest sea that there is. They get their fish from there, and we get our Arctic Sea is full of omega-3 from calamari oils, but also from salmon, from the salmon fish, and anchovy, but also we get oils, we get omega-9 in it from olive oil as well. That does the work of removing those excess cholesterol from your blood vessels, the bad cholesterol that clogs your arteries, clogs your blood vessels, and causes them not to function normally. Now we hear people who are telling, who are saying probably you get tingling sensation in your legs, or probably your blood vessels are not functioning normally. Some of them are elongated or whatever. Or for some, probably your blood pressure is not normal. You can use Actic C. You can use this omega-3 together with the Agi Plus and aloe vera gel, and it will help you tremendously when it comes to your cardiovascular health. But also, it has benefits in your vision. That is why even children need to use it for your brain functioning of children as well, because their brain is growing very rapidly. Memory boost, we see a lot of people who are going through menopause, they forget easily. Use Actic C. Your skin will shine, your cardiovascular health will be touched, your joint health will be touched when you use Actic C. But one very important thing about omega-3s, they're one of the very strong anti-inflammatory supplements. Anti-inflammatory, it means they fight inflammation in your system. And all the tumors, all the cancers, and all the issues that are happening in our blood vessels are a result of over-inflammation. Because most of the time we eat inflammatory foods more than non-inflammatory foods. Omega-3 is one of the non-inflammatory foods that you can be eating that will add so much value in your overall health. Now let's go to reproductive health. When you speak of women reproductive health, the first core, very important, we cannot miss, is the multi-maca. Now, maca is a natural food that is like it's a root vegetable that comes from Peru regions. Now, it's not commonly grown everywhere, so it originates from Peru, and people in the Peru area have been using it for ages. So it's not even a surprise. It's not even something that was made. It's something that God gave us in this world. Now, it's not easy for anybody else in the world to get it and access it and use it in the best way. Now, we in Forever have been able to create it in a tablet form that you can easily get it. And it's just made of a lot of maca that is very important for a lot of areas in your overall health. When you speak of mental health, reducing anxiety and depression, helping your body control stress easily, mood balance, your mood balance, everything we spoke about when it comes to mental health. You are just stamina. When it comes to reproductive health, it will give you extra desire. It will boost your fertility naturally. Probably your hormones are irregular. It has a very big benefit in controlling your hormones. And even for people who are going through menopausal symptoms, it can handle your menopausal symptoms, hot flashes, memory boosting, dryness, vaginal dryness, which happens a lot during menopause, and sometimes it can even happen in another time. So when you use multi-maca, it will help you handle those issues and overcome those challenges. For my case, when I had hormonal imbalance, I had PCOS, this was one of the supplements I used that helped me get rid of my challenge. The other supplement that I used is called Vitalize for Women. I'm going to share about it in a bit, and Royal Jelly. Just bear with us, guys. We are going to take like 10 extra minutes after 10 extra minutes as I finish the products that I want to share with you, but also as we get the opportunity to hear from our amazing lady from Rwanda, who is going to share a little bit more about her story as well. So guys, multi-maca is one of those core supplements that any lady needs to be taking, because we can't survive. You can't tolerate that vaginal dryness, or that you're tired all the time, you're stressed all the time, you have depression and all those things. Start using multi-maca. It will help your overall health in tremendous ways. And even the vaginal dryness, for someone who wants to conceive, that is a very vital supplement to use, because that dryness will not allow your body to conceive naturally. Now, on top of this multi-maca, another very vital supplement that we have is Vitalize for Women. Just as I told you about it, Vitalize for Women has all the vitamins that you need as a lady. for optimal functioning of all the key areas in your body. But the first part of ingredients here, apple powder, passion powder, schisandra berry, and cranberry powder, these do the work of relaxing your body, your brain, helping your body handle stress even better. Because why? We know women are unique in the way that we are bombarded with so much more stress than men. Our mental health has to be on point so much more than men. And that is why in Vitalize for Men, one of the things it gives you is relaxing your body, but also hormone support, in reducing your PMS and making sure that you don't get that too much pain around your period times. It also has magnesium, which relaxes your muscles. That is why it will get rid of those muscle cramps and pains around your periods season. But also it has a lot of vitamin E, and that is why it's beneficial for getting rid of menopausal symptoms. And we have a lot of people who testify by this product, who have faced menopausal symptoms and are using these products and are enjoying the benefits that it gives them. There's this lady who was just giving me this feedback that after a few weeks, 2 weeks of using this supplement, she was able to get rid of her hormonal issues and PMS. Now, imagine how many ladies are suffering out there. That is why I always tell people, when you get this message on health and nutrition, it's not just for yourself. You could be listening to me and telling me, I don't have these issues. I don't need to be listening to you. But think about other women that you know. It could be your mom. It could be your auntie. It could be your sister. It could be your friend, your colleague, anybody that you know who are facing these issues. You should tell them about this, because at the end of the day, we are here for each other. We are here to help each other out. If someone can overcome an issue, it means someone else can help them overcome the issue that someone else is facing. Now, a third product that I personally used for PCOS as well, and it's very vital for women, is royal jelly. Royal jelly, it's the only food that the queen bee eats for all their life. Now, it's very vital for hormone balance. It's very vital for reducing stress, anti-aging benefits, because it's very, very rich and nutritious. Anti-aging benefit because even for the queen bee, they get to live for 6 years, while other normal bees, they live for 6 weeks. Now, imagine when you take that in your body, it means your body will embrace that anti-aging benefit and you'll get to live longer. You'll get to enjoy a good health for longer. When it comes to fertility, royal jelly is a fertility superfood. It will balance your hormones. It will help with any period issues, like someone getting too much period, too little period, too painful even, or you're not ovulating because of whatever issue. Sometimes the egg has gone so much and you're not getting proper healthy eggs. You need to be using royal jelly as well. So I use these supplements. We have a lot of other testimonies of people who used these 3 supplements and they were able to correct their issues. I remember in my 2nd month of using these supplements, I was able to start getting a period of 4 days, something that never used to happen to me ever when I started my periods. But after using these 3 supplements, I was able to correct my hormones. I was able to start ovulating and start noticing that difference in the vaginal cervical discharge. But also I conceived in the following month. Now, we see a lot of people that we have helped. Myself, I've helped a lot of women who, again, were facing infertility or were facing even just other hormonal issues, and they have used these products to help them. So guys, everything that is a challenge for women's health, there's a solution for it. And as women as well, one thing that is so common to us is mineral deficiencies. It's so easy for women to get into mineral deficiencies. And most of the deficiency, of the minerals that women get deficiency at is magnesium. We get deficiency in iron because we get it out every month in our when we get our menstrual periods. So it's so easy for you to be deficient in iron, calcium, selenium, iodine, zinc. Now, when you're deficient in those hormones, imagine when you're not getting enough magnesium, you will not miss getting muscle cramps. Any period that you get, it will be very painful. You will get pain even in your muscles. Just as you're sitting there, you're getting pains. You see PMS and all those issues, sometimes even infertility, depression, anxiety, even these mineral deficiencies, they affect your mental health as well. So guys, sometimes you just need to correct those nutritional gaps in your diet and your overall health will be improving. Calcium, sometimes you get pain in your bones, or your skin is dry, your nails are brittle. Iodine, it could even cause, again, getting tired all the time. You're not understanding your body. Depression as well when you lack enough iodine. When you lack selenium, when you speak about it, infertility even, it's one of the signs that you're lacking that mineral. Zinc, your immunity will not be okay. Your digestive system health will not be okay. So ladies, as much as we are taking care of our bodies, we should make sure that we are bridging these nutritional gaps in our diet. And that is why we have that Forever Daily in the Vital 5, because Forever Daily is a multi-mineral supplement, multivitamin supplement, because most minerals, they need vitamins to be absorbed as well. So when you get it together with the vitamins in Forever Daily, it's even better for you. It's even better for your absorptions, and it's even better for your body to be getting a variety. Now, we also have a mineral supplement, a pure mineral supplement called Naturemin, which is also very important for women. It is loaded with all the special important minerals that you are most likely to be deficient in, from calcium, iron, phosphorus, and most of these minerals, they need each other to be properly absorbed. When you just get something on its own, most likely it won't be absorbed easily as when you get it in combination with other important nutrition or supplementation. So Naturemin is another vital supplement for you to be thinking at as a lady, as a woman, for your muscle cramp, for your skin health, your overall hormonal health. When you speak of mental health, again, to give you that extra edge when it comes to your body functioning. Okay, now I'll speak also about this very favorite important product called Fields of Greens. Why? Because it alkalizes your body, and our bodies are created in a way that for diseases to come, they need an acidic environment. And that is why even research shows that most cancers, they live in acidic bodies. They live in acidic areas. Now, most foods that we eat, they cause our bodies to be acidic. Now, how can you make your body more alkaline? One of the ways is getting enough vegetables, green leafy vegetables. And also, most of the time when you're not getting them enough from your food, you can get from this supplement called Fields of Greens, because it alkalizes your body. It gives you all the key fruits and leafy green vegetables that are very vital to your overall health when it comes to increasing your blood levels in, reducing your acidity from your gut to your overall body. So again, it helps you in your digestive health. We have people who have constipation. When you use Fields of Greens, it will help your stool to be very smooth and connected together so that it comes out very smoothly without any complications. Now, at this point, I'm going to share with you a couple of stories, and then I'll bring about our lady of the day who will share her personal story with us. So there's this lady called Rafia who had fibroids, and actually she had 3. She was diagnosed with 3 fibroids, and the lady introduced her to these products. So she started using them because she didn't want to go to the operation route very quickly. So she started using these supplements that you're looking at on the screen, and she was able to reduce them. And actually, in about 6 months of using the supplements, one fibroid was initially 7 centimeter, another 4 centimeter, and the other one was 3. And after 6 months of using the supplements, she was remaining with only 1 of them. It means 2 of them had disappeared and only 1 remained. And in the following months that she continued using the supplements, all of them eventually disappeared. And now we are looking at her as a mom of 2. They're all grown up right now. They're 9, I think, and 8. So she has been able to get her health back. She has been able to restore her fertility because of being able to handle her fibroids using these supplements. But we also have menopausal supplements that are for people who are going through that period. I already showed you about Vitalize for women, omega-3, royal jelly, but also berry nectar, and the protein is important for people who are around the menopausal area of their life. Now, let me take this moment to welcome and invite our main testimonial speaker of the day, Elyse. I hope I can be able to just unmute you really quickly. Yes, you are here and you are unmuted. So please, Elyse, all the way from Rwanda, feel free to share your testimony. We are hearing you, and I'll be going next if you tell me, so that we can be able to understand what happened and how were you able to restore your health using these supplements. Karibu sana. Welcome, Elyse.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Elizabeth. Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. You can go ahead.
Oh, thank you. So, first of all, thank you, Dr. Elizabeth, for giving me this opportunity to share my story. And it's always a pleasure to share my story, because I know many people will hear that, and that can help many people, as always. When you have a good story to tell, you have to tell without any reserve, if
Sure.
I can that. Yeah.
Mm.
So I'm gonna start by telling you who I am. I am Elyse Ihirgwe. I'm Rwandese. Right now, I'm talking from France. I'm a mother of 2 kids. I have a bachelor degree in accounting, and I am a manager in Forever Business. I'm gonna tell you my story, and my story with Forever Product is so deep and touching, because when I was introduced to Forever Product 2016 by the person I trust enough, it was after the car accident that I had with my firstborn and my husband. As you see on the picture, you see my husband and the firstborn aside me, and the little one has a big story, and it is include what I'm going to tell you this night. So after this introduction to product, I was in a bad situation, scars everywhere, bones broken, and me as a woman unable to take care of my family. That was hard. When the person introduced me to the product, she's called Mukanda Mutsa Elizabeth, she proposed me the full package, product to clean my body from toxins, skincare product, supplement, and I choose to start on skincare product because my self-confidence was down. My scars was so evident, as you see on this picture of 2016. It was so hard to go out, to be in public. I was bad, and it was the good moment to know Forever. On the next slide, you will see some product I used. And after 2 months using soap, creams, and aloe drinks, things started to change. And I was really happy for the result I saw. My skin was clean, smooth, glow. Scars started to be removed like magic. From that time, I chose my skincare routine from Forever Product. You can see the picture now, how I look. You see, I'm a happy woman, and my self-confidence is back. Not only me, but also my husband used those products to clean the body. My kids, we used those products from that day because we trusted it enough. Back to women. Women have many challenges, include most of the time hormonal imbalance, as doctor said. 2018, I discovered another challenge when I needed to conceive the second baby. And I had the PCOS challenge also. And I was shocked after all traumas I faced, adding that I will not conceive because of PCOS. That was nasty. After the appointment with the doctor, I tried another kit of supplements before going to my surgery appointment. And I took supplement about 2 months. In the middle of the 3rd month, I went back to my gynecologist, who told me that I don't need to be to do the surgery because no PCOS remain in my womb. And I was like, wow, really, doctor, I don't have PCOS. Oh. That time, my trust on product was 100%. And after 1 month, 1 or 2 months, I conceived my second born. And he's healthy now. He will turn 5 years in May. When I reach on this part of my testimony, I say, thank you, God. That's why I do Forever Business, to help others, because I know those challenges are current for many, many women in the world. And I have another testimony, and that testimony is something that faced many people also. Like, after having my baby, I had the challenge of overweight, postpartum, eating without working out, hormonal imbalance, breastfeeding. I gained about 20 kgs. And as I said, I was 100 in trust on products. So I use Forever Fit programs to start another lifestyle. And I have returned to normal weight. Now I'm healthy and I clean my body every year because toxins are everywhere. And we pass through, we eat not enough or excessive. So I do clean like with C9 program every year. I use supplement every day. I have some supplements. It can't change it. Every day I have something to eat with my plate, because I know we can't have enough on our plate.
Exactly.
As you see on this picture, you see the change, and that was like 1 month to change my figure, and now I keep my weight, and I'm happy on my body, in my body, my mind. I feel good. It's so different from when I was overweight. So what I can say, you may know many ways of self-love, but today I recommend you to try one of those. And I know it and I trust it, using healthy product from Forever. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Elyse, all the way from France. Enjoy France. Thank you for your amazing story. And wow, just wow. That tells us how you can be facing hardships or whatever challenges, just so that your story can be a light to someone else. Because just look at what she has been able to go through, what she has been able to overcome, and where she's at today. When you look at her right now, you won't imagine. She's a mom of 2. She looks like she's going to secondary school or something. So all that thanks to the amazing Forever products that she has used and all the people that she continues to touch. So thank you for your story, Elyse, and God bless you for sharing it. And guys, this is just a reminder that we should be on point when it comes to taking care of our health. It's never too late. It's never too early for you to start. Whatever hardships you're facing right now, just know there's a day you can use that as a story to touch other people of how you have been able to overcome. But don't forget that as a lady, it's important that you do frequent medical checkups, because there are some things when you get to know about them earlier, you can correct them, you can turn them around, you can be extra careful when it comes to your health, and you can reverse your body, because our bodies, whatever issues we start to face, they're mostly reversible. And I hear these stories a lot from people telling me, I now feel better, I used to have this, now I feel better, because your body can reverse itself when you give it the right things. So get to check your body so that you can know where you are right now. But remember, anything that you buy for yourself, for your nutrition, the supplements that you have spoken about, and everything that you need to start doing for yourself, it's not an expense. It's an investment. Because just imagine when you're not functioning properly, mental health, reproductive health, physical health, there's nothing that you will enjoy doing. You won't be a good mom. You won't be a good sister, a good friend. You won't be a good boss. You won't be a good colleague. You will not be all that God created you to be. So at the end of the day, you need to invest in your health so that it will be able to take care of you for all the years that you are meant to live in this world. And nutrition has a very core part to play when it comes to your health, as we have just spoken about all of that. So guys, all the supplements that we have shared, you can be able to get them, to access them, even immediately from today or tomorrow, and start using them from the person who introduced you to this meeting. They'll show you how you can get them immediately just as a customer, or how you can get them as a member and access up to 30% discount, no matter where you are in the world. Like I told you, we're in 168 countries in the world. There's no limit to how quickly or where you can get your products and start using them. Because at the end of the day, the most important thing for the knowledge that you have gotten here is to put it into action. Without putting it into action, it won't turn into power for you and for your health. So start using these products, and I would recommend you get to that discount level so that you can use these products for yourself, for your family, and you can use them consistently so that your health will be thoroughly improved after that. So just ask the person who gave you who brought you here. And also, if you have any questions, I don't think we'll have the time for questions right now. Probably if there's a few burning ones that I see on the chat, but even if you have a question and it won't get answered here, ask the person who invited you here. If they don't have the answer, just tell them, connect me to Dr. Elizabeth. She can answer me, and you can be connected to me. I will answer you through the person who also introduced you here. There's no worries about that. So guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being with us until now. It has been my absolute pleasure to be with you, and I believe you got value for you and for other ladies and other women. So let's go and touch other people's lives, because guys, there are people who are suffering out there. There are people who are wanting the good health that you know how to get. So let's pass the message on. Thank you guys so much. God bless you and have an amazing, amazing night. Thank you.